Welcome to today's show, Social Media and Our Youth. Today I have some very special guests, some famous YouTubers. We have Jose. Say hello, Jose.
Hi.
We also have Gregory.
Hi.
I'm sure that you all know all about them. I'm very, very excited that you came all this way to meet with our audience. So thank you.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here, honestly. We're so excited to be with thee, Marcy.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Yes. Well, I am just trying to get my brain around what the fascination is with you two. I'm not a YouTuber. I do know how to get on YouTube. I know how to press play, but I don't understand why people are fascinated with you. Can you explain?
Yeah, do you want to take that question on?
Sure. I think it's because I'm cute, because I have no discernible talent, but I make a pretty face, so.
Oh yeah, well my daughter absolutely loves Gregory. She's got your poster on her bedroom wall. I don't understand it, but you know, yeah, I guess so. Maybe just your looks. What about you, Jose?
Yeah, honestly, I think it's just my voice, you know. When we do our duets, I think people just usually hear us and our message, what we try to get across, and his good looks, honestly. So it's a great duo.
Well, and
I've
heard that you do some great dance moves.
You know, we have a few.
Yeah.
We do. So, you know.
Have you actually come up with your own and have named them? Is that correct?
Yes.
Oh,
absolutely.
great.
Yes.
What's the name of one of them?
Chicken Little.
Exactly.
Oh, the Chicken Little. The Chicken Little.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that one. Is there any kind of?
Yeah. Do you wanna show them Chicken Little?
No, you should show them the Chicken
Okay, I'm
Little.
gonna show you guys the Chicken Little.
Okay.
Okay. So, how about you do it with me? Come on, Marcy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I haven't
absolutely.
tried it, but you know, folks,
Okay,
I
so-
will do anything for the show.
Okay, so 1 foot like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, straight in
So
front, okay.
yeah. So you just
Oh,
kick. You kick yourself like
Oh,
that.
kick myself.
Kick yourself and that.
Oh, and then dab. Isn't that what that's called?
Chicken Little.
All right,
Yeah,
folks.
so
the
boom,
Chicken
boom.
Little. Here it goes. Thank you so much for
no
coming in
problem.
today. I
Yeah,
really appreciate
absolutely.
it. Oh, and may I shake your hand? And if my daughter could get your autograph, that would be great.
Yeah, of course, no problem.
Okay, great. Actually, she might be in the studio. So thank you very much, folks, for being with us today.
Hello, everybody. I am Ellen DeGeneres, and we are with our fellow friends, Pam and Judy, and they are time travelers from the 70s. So, Pam and Judy, why or how did you get here?
Well, that's actually classified.
Yeah, the government doesn't really allow us to reveal how we got here.
Okay. Why?
Well, I heard that the next Star Wars movie was going to come out this year. I think the 7th. And I really just wanted to see it.
And she just brought me along. I just want to see all the new fashion trends.
Mm-hmm.
So how has it changed? How have you adapting to this?
Well, marijuana's legal, which is awesome for us hippies, our people. Yeah.
Also, like the new technology, I just carry around my Walkman usually, but now we have iPhones, I think is what it's called.
Awesome.
Do those phones have eyes in them?
Or they're just smartphones. They have
You can like
apps.
touch them,
Touch
and
them.
they move.
And they move.
That is amazing.
It's pretty rad. Yeah, they're expensive. So,
Very groovy.
so
So,
do you plan on going anywhere else in the time
ooh,
line of history?
well, okay, I kind of want to stay here, but it would be cool to go back and to like the World War II era and like kill some Nazis. That'd be awesome.
Do you have some pent up rage? Or
Um,
are you,
I don't want to talk about it. Thanks.
We don't have any plans to go any farther in the future, but I'd like to go back to like Victorian era days.
do you plan on going back to your time period and living out the rest of your life there?
I do. We've talked about this, and I said I wanted to go back so I can see my friends and family again.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just gonna keep time traveling. I don't feel like going back.
Well. Okay. Do you guys have you guys gone sightseeing? Do you like all of our new technology buildings?
I just have a question. What happened to the Twin Towers?
Oh, well, you see, there's some people who were like, you know what, America sucks. We hate America. So they came over in airplanes and then kapooey. And
That's kind of terrible. Why are you
really-
talking about it like that way? Well, was
It's a
it
lighthearted show.
Germans? Was it Germans?
No, it was
Was-
kind of.
What
is that?
We've also visited several other places other than the Twin Towers. Yeah, such as like new technology stores, like Apple stores, and places like that have definitely changed.
Oh, so we're leaving now. Goodbye. Hello, my name is Tiara, aka T-Spice, because I add that flavor, and welcome back to another spicy interview on the Minority Report. I am with Clayton and Lucy, and we're gonna add some questions. Okay, so to start off, where are you guys from?
I am originally from Florida, Miami.
Lucy?
My family originates from Tokyo, Japan. We come here to support my main man, Trump.
Okay.
Okay, so applying to both of you guys, how does it feel to be a minority in America?
You know, I don't know, like being black and growing up, like usually like on a playground, like when I would play like with my other Caucasian friends, it'd be kind of awkward because people would kind of like look at that weird. But like once you grow up, you kind of like start to see like how everything really is, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Lucy?
Well, being Asian, here US so much protection. Trump even building wall to protect us, keep us inside. He keep us safe.
Okay, so you guys are what, high schoolers, and how does that feel? What school do you go to? Is it a predominant race at your certain school? And if so, how do you feel about that?
Well, we go to Nashville School of the Arts, and there a lot of people are really like accepting and friendly. So there's not really like a division between like the races. We're all just kind of like together. No one's really separated.
One big family is together.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a question about the election. You know, we have Bernie Sanders, Hillary, Trump. How do you guys feel about that? And who do you believe should be president? Like, who would benefit you more?
Well, at first I was rooting for Hillary, but then considering that she cheated on her husband was kind of like, girl. But now I'm kind of rooting for Bernie, because like he seems like a very mature and honorable man, and I would want someone like that to represent our country.
I vote Donald Trump. He is great man. He like pedestal. He put on. He amazing. He do good thing.
Okay, and if you could change one thing about America, what would you change?
I really would like, this might sound very cheesy, but world peace. Because, you know, it's a lot of tension now with Black Lives Matter and, you know, stuff like that. So I just want everyone to kind of be more accepting because, you know, that's what we were supposed to be like in the first place.
We need more rice.
Okay, that's it for today. Join you next time for another spicy interview. Bye.
Good afternoon, folks. You are tuning into We Are the Arts. I am your host, Clayton Oglesby, and welcome to the show where we showcase everyone's artistic abilities. Today's talent is Oliver and Ivany, and I'm going to ask you guys some quick questions. So, what is your art?
I'm a visual arts student.
Okay.
I'm also a visual arts student.
All right. When did you get into your art?
I got in like 2014, I think, but I don't know, I've always kind of drawn and doodled. So.
I've always liked drawing and making things. I like building things, and I would do artistic, weird things. You know, kids, they make, pies out of mud.
Oh yeah, I know.
But I did that.
I used to love arts and craft as a kid. All right. Who is your biggest influence in your art?
Other artists that I don't know their names to. Like, I'll see their art and I'm like, dang, that's a good piece of artwork. And then I'll look at it and I'll be like, maybe I could make something like that, or like a style or something.
I don't have a big influence, it's just whatever,
Yeah, it's like that for most people. What is your main goal or dream that you wish to accomplish in your art? Do you want me to explain some more?
No, I just don't really have one, I guess. I just want it to be good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I too. I want to be, I want to display my art somewhere and people do what I do. And they're like, dang, that's a good piece of artwork. And they will look at it and try to make something like it, and they're inspired by it.
Yeah, that's another thing for me too. It's that I really want to make something and have people be inspired by it, because it just kind of makes you feel better. So how has your art changed you as a person? Because a lot of people have changed when they kind of find themselves artistically, they just sort of change. So have you guys kind of changed from your art?
I don't think my art has changed me. I think I have changed my art, because based on what I'm super interested in at that moment, or what I just enjoy doing at that time, I'll do that. And then, when you're a kid, or not really a kid, but when you're 10, you're like, hey, this is a really cool butterfly, and you're gonna draw that butterfly. But now I'm like, dang, butterflies are lame. So I draw people.
Yeah,
so.
It changes you.
I've learned that art is actually work. I figured I would go in and do nothing and get out. That's not true.
All right. Is there any other final comments that you guys like to make towards you or your art, or anything?
What do you like about art?
I just love it. It's great. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching We Are the Art. Again, I'm your host, Clayton Oglesby, and we will see you guys next time. Good night.
Hello, folks, and welcome to Oliver Nightly, where we talk to Oliver nightly. Today's topic is conservatives versus liberals. Now, would you describe yourselves as liberal or conservative?
Well, what would you be?
I think I'm leaning more towards the liberal side.
Really? Really? Liberal? Okay. Okay, I'm conservative.
And as these respective beliefs, what are your core values?
Save the babies.
I just believe in, my core value is equality. And I believe in a person should be able to be in charge of what they want to do with their bodies.
Okay, let's keep it respectful here, ladies. Anyway, what are your views on each other's views?
It's crap. You need...
Said, keep it respectful.
Okay, but gotta respect me too, guys. Did those babies ask to be aborted?
Did those babies ask to be born? Anyway.
But anyway, you can go ahead.
Well, since we're on the topic pro-life versus choice, I believe, like I said, a human being should not be in charge of another human being and what they want to do with their bodies. So I have to respectfully not listen to your opinion.
But Could the same point not be made for either side of the argument? Because the babies have bodies too. So
Baby isn't even, it's not even considered human until later into the pregnancy.
Are we sure about that?
I'm very sure about that.
Okay.
do you believe that life begins at conception?
I think God puts the the spirit in the baby, like right after.
Right after, like immediately. The egg and the
Immediately.
sperm meet and it's immediately got a soul.
Yeah.
What do you believe on this, friend?
I believe in science. So when the baby develops human characteristics, then it's considered a baby. So
Well, that's all the time we have here, folks. These are my guests, Tiara and Cassie. I'll see you tomorrow night on Oliver Nightly, where we talk to Oliver nightly.
Hey, my commies, what's up? Welcome to Communism Today, where Stalin and Kim hold hands in celebration. So, we're here with our guests, Masami and Gordy. So, one question I have for you. How do you feel about communism?
Well, I feel that communism today is very relevant, and I feel like most countries should follow suit because it is very prominent and very pleasing to the people who use it. And it's just like everyone's the same level, no one's above one another, and it's just ideal world.
I would have to disagree. I think communism is, for lack of better words, a load of crap. That is my thoughts.
Okay. Well, I have some other questions. So, do you think Trump would make a good president? And do you think that he represents communism in a way?
I do not feel that because I feel he would make a terrible leader, and he would not want equality, he would just want dictatorship.
Isn't that what communism is?
No, it's where everyone is equal.
Okay, thank
So
you.
where has communism worked?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, there's China, Cuba, all the other ones,
Okay.
obviously.
Okay.
Speaking of Cuba, what do you think of Cuba and America's decisions about continuing trade?
I don't.
You don't?
I don't.
Why is this?
I don't.
Well, how do you feel?
You know, maybe I should pay a little bit more attention in history class. That's all I have to say to this question.
Okay. So, one last question.
Yes.
Would you like to live in a communist government?
I would. I would just like to move to China right now.
How would you feel about working in that environment?
Well, I feel like you would be treated equally, and you would have like the same level of respect as most others in your work area.
About you?
You know, I'll say yes. I would like to live in a communist country just to laugh in their faces and see how my friend Masami does while I live happily. So, yes.
Alrighty, well, that's all we have for today. Thank you very much for watching Communism Today. I know I'll see you next, but I hope you'll see me.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Wars Among the Stars, back with our usual debate on Star Wars versus Star Trek. Here we have our guests, Soleil and Lucy. Now, I have a couple questions for you guys. First, what are your opinions on each franchise?
I mean, personally, I'm a huge fan of Star Trek and Star Wars. Like, they both have really good stories behind them. Like, the political aspect of them is really good.
I personally have never seen either franchises, any movies in them, so
You're missing out.
I know, I've heard they're really good.
I see. So, according to you, what do you think is the most compelling heroes?
Compelling heroes, like,
I like Yoda. He's cute.
yeah, I do agree. Yoda's adorable.
I see. So, do you have an opinion on like which one is the best villain, per se?
I'm a huge fan of Darth Vader. He's amazing.
Darth Vader's good, but Khan, like the Wrath of Khan he did an amazing job, so he's pretty good too.
I see. So, with each storyline, which do you think like outclasses the other?
I hear more about Star Wars than Star Trek, so I feel like more people are a big fan of that. But I don't think many people know about Star Trek, and I think they should, because it deals with like a lot of, again, political and environmental aspects. So.
Lucy?
I have no comment.
I see.
You're fine.
And do you have a favorite of the two?
I feel like Star Trek's been continuously good with their movies, and Star Wars hasn't. Like, the prequels weren't good, and I wasn't that big a fan of The Force Awakens, personally.
So during this interview, has any of them changed? Has any of your views changed?
Definitely on Star Wars.
On Star Wars, how so?
Well, the prequels just kind of messed up, I feel like, and when George Lucas sold Lucasfilm, Star Wars, to Disney, I feel like they just kind of screwed it up with a new movie.
I think Luke Skywalker's cute.
I feel like Han Solo's cuter.
Well,
That's
we'll
up for
talk
debate.
about that next time on Wars Among the Stars. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Hello, welcome to the WTF show. Today we are with Annie and Pink Guy.
Ibo?
So let's get started. So you're his mother, am I right? Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So what is the craziest thing either of you have done?
I would definitely say that my WTF moment was giving birth to the pink guy. My husband and I, we had prayed and had hoped for a child that was special and unlike any other. And this is what I got.
You definitely got something special, I'll tell you
Yes,
that.
I did. I did.
So is there anything crazy you've done that you'd like to share?
I can't share that. Not on television.
Yeah, not on television, not here.
Okay,
No.
okay, I understand. So how would you react if either of your parents found out about something crazy you've done? Like
Well,
really crazy.
we have a very open relationship, and Pink Guy tells me everything. And if he doesn't tell me, I just watch his YouTube videos and find out.
Okay, so how did your parents react when they found out you gave birth to Pink Guy?
They were excited.
They were.
I mean, my son is famous.
He's famous?
Yes.
What are you famous for?
Check out Filthy Frank's YouTube channel.
Filthy Franks, okay. So tell us about a moment you were like, WTF, like, what the, like, anything you want to share, like, you were just like, whoa.
Well, I will say, when I first gave birth, and they brought the baby to me, you know, usually they have it in a blanket, but this one had a full pink suit.
That sounds very interesting.
And they couldn't put a pink bow on it because it was already pink.
So just blend in.
Yeah.
Right.
I've been wearing it ever since. You know, it's just a thing. And you know, there are no WTF moments for me anymore because there is no random. Everything is normal. Doesn't matter what. So, nope.
Okay. So WTF means a lot of different things to people. So what does it mean to you? Like, what do you feel like WTF stands for?
I don't think I can say that on television.
I mean, you can just be like, what the, or
Right. What the bleep. Right.
what the bleep. Okay.
It doesn't mean anything to me
It
anymore.
doesn't mean anything to you?
Nope.
Why not?
Because everything I do is WTF to everybody else. So,
Okay.
Well, thank you for coming over and talking with us. That's it for today, and see you next time. Thank you.
Here at Dear Abby, teens write to me for my advice, and today I have two very special guests seeking my advice on their forbidden love. I am keeping their identity secret. So today I'm going to call them Obadiah and Christy. Let's welcome them. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
I just first want to know, how is your relationship, Christy, since you've been dating Obadiah?
Well, it's been very different from most normal teenagers because since he is Amish, it's very different. He doesn't know a lot of stuff, but that's okay because I love him. And yeah.
That's good, that's good. How do you feel about your community's, non-modern, no modern amenities law? How are you dealing with that?
It is not fair. My lovely Christy says she will text me, but it doesn't work because I don't know what texting is.
Yes, yes. Very, very true. How do you and your parents, do your parents know that you're dating an Amish man?
No, they don't. I sneak out of my window at night to visit him.
Oh, yes, yes. How does Obadiah show his love?
He makes me flower crowns in the fields.
I carve her sculptures from the corn cobs.
Oh, that's so nice. Are you allowed to take the community buggy out to pick her up?
No, I am not. I walk miles, barefooted.
How far?
30.
Very far.
That is very far. Will you be allowed to drive anytime soon on any other city streets to pick her up?
No, my horse doesn't obey traffic laws.
I see. And let's just say that your parents found out that you were dating an Amish teen. How do you think they would feel about that?
I don't think they would be very understanding since he is so different. But they would probably punish me or ground me, but I would just sneak out anyways because my love for him is very strong.
That's very, very important. Have you always been attracted to the Amish?
Actually, no. I saw him one day when he was getting corn in a cornfield, and I was like, hey.
I would like to thank you guys for being here today, and I just want to tell you that love has no boundaries. Thank you.
Salutations, good comrades. Tonight on my show, we will be talking about art to artists in jail.
Hello.
So, I want to ask you some questions. So, as artists, what is your favorite medium to use and why?
My favorite medium to use is the blood of my enemies because it's cheaper than acrylic paint.
Ooh, that's a real insight right there.
My favorite medium to use is fingers, other people's fingers. I like to chop them off and use them because I don't like my fingers. I don't like how they paint.
Unique. What things do you like to create, like landscapes or portraits?
I like to paint like forests.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you kill people there?
Maybe.
I like painting portraits with the blood of my enemies because it's cheaper than acrylic paint.
Fascinating. You should write a letter to the government about that.
I shall, after I get bail.
So how do you guys feel about Picasso? Just in general.
I don't like that man.
Interesting work. I have to say interesting. Very interesting.
He makes lines.
Yeah.
And then colors them and then sells them for $100,000 while I'm in here in jail.
Yep.
could pay my bill. But
Good point.
yeah.
How do you feel about modern art? Like, you know, what is it? Not
The
objective,
one-
like the stuff that most artists normally don't like these days because they say it has no talent in it. Just like, you know, you kind of touched up on it, like people just painting lines on a canvas and they're like, hey, money.
Well, I went to a museum and I came across this one piece of artwork that had one singular dot on a canvas board, and people loved it. And that's when I snapped and shot up the whole entire museum.
Oh,
Yeah,
Mhm.
I was with her.
Good times.
I was looking for fingers.
so do you guys have a favorite style of art? Like, do you like any other artists? Do you aspire to make your art look like theirs, or?
I like Van Gogh because he chopped his ear off.
Oh, cool. Do you aspire to chop your ear off?
Yeah, very soon.
Oh,
Once I get bail. Oh, yeah,
gotcha.
definitely.
I like painting portraits with the blood of my enemies so I can stare them in the eye while I use their blood to paint their portraits.
Well, okay, that is all for our time. Next time, please tune in for our conversations about cats doing art. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Tiara, and welcome to another art show. I'm here with Clayton and Gordy, and we're going to ask them a couple of questions about their profession. So, what's your profession in the arts?
Okay, I am a literary arts student. I do playwriting, poetry, spoken word, short stories, and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I'm a theater kid, but I'm always about just not keeping yourself in one little narrow street, just keeping yourself open to other things.
Yeah, I like that.
So, like, as an artist, people think that, you know, usually your job is easy. So what do you think is, like, the most common misconception that people have of you?
Well, like, I know that art, like, if it's something that you're really passionate about, it is pretty simple, but there also are some struggles and drawbacks from it. I know for me, like, in literary arts, we have to write a lot, and, you know, we get writer's block, and sometimes it's really stressful, but, I mean, yeah, it's not always that easy.
Yeah, and a lot of people think that often theater is this glamorous, famous sort of lifestyle, but there's so much more to theater. It's hard work, it's passion, and it's a lot grittier than people think.
Yeah.
Okay, and you guys go to high school to pursue your art. Do you see it going anywhere past high school?
I really do, actually. You know, one of my things when I grew up is that I really want to write plays. I also want to write like a novel and a book, and you know, I might even continue doing poetry. There's other things that I would like to do too, such as screenwriting, which seems really fun, so I would like to tap into that more, and even theater, and also photography. So you could say I'm an open book. I'm well-rounded.
Nice pun.
So yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, what was the question?
The question was, like, do you see yourself
Oh,
pursuing
absolutely,
it?
yes, definitely.
Okay. All right. So, like, if you were to, like, if there were upcoming people coming into, like, the high school NSA, what's some advice you would give them?
You know, I would honestly just tell them that, you know, it might seem hard at first because it is pretty intimidating, but as long as, like, if this is something that you really want to do and you put forth the effort, you will get a good outcome. You know, I always say this to everyone, it's like, put in your best effort and you will get the best outcome. So that's the best I can give.
Yeah, I would just tell oncoming freshmen just to breathe and be positive.
Okay, thank you guys for coming, and we'll see you guys next time on
Thank
another
you.
art show.
Hello, welcome back to Corey's Couple Therapy. I'm Corey, and on this episode we discussed the betrayal between Martha and Dan. Dan and Martha, welcome back to the show. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you, Dan?
I'm pretty good.
Okay, well, let's jump into it. So Dan, the first question is, why did you decide to cheat on Martha with her older sister?
She tricked me, man. I thought it was her, I swear.
Okay, you thought it was her. Interesting. Martha, what would your response be to Dan about this betrayal and that he thought she was you?
Well, he's told me that story many, many times, and it's very hard to believe because my sister was adopted from Africa. So it's very confusing as to how he would make that mistake. But of course, we were becoming very distant.
Exactly.
So it was still a shock, but not too unexpected, but still hurt just as much.
From Africa.
From Africa.
Okay, now here's your chance to really apologize to Martha in front of millions of people. What do you have to say?
Your name's Martha, right? I'm so sorry from the bottom of my heart.
Well, Martha, we're all dying to know. Will you take him back?
I can't say no to that charming face of yours.
Okay. And Dan, can we expect you to stay away from her adopted sister?
She moved back to Africa, so yeah.
What happened to this sister?
I was just very hurt, but also she found her birth mother, so.
She found her birth mother?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Hello friends, my name is Lucy Turner, and on today's episode of Tune In with Turner, we are fortunately joined with writer, producer, director, and special effects expert Rick Prince, as well as two of his biggest fans, Echo and Cassie.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, thank you so much for being here. My first question for you, Rick, is who are some of your biggest inspirations while growing up?
I think one of the most significant was probably Jim Henson and his team of artists that helped bring some of the most influential characters that I can think of to life, like The Dark Crystal and Labyrinth. Characters in those movies were highly influential. H.R. Giger for his alien design. Stan Winston is probably one of my biggest character models for how I've planned my career, from going from a special effects makeup artist now to a writer, producer, director, making my own films. So those are a couple.
That's awesome. I have a question for you both. What certain aspect of makeup or special effects or sculpting really interests you guys?
Well, I think it's cool to make people look different than they already look. And I don't know, it's like a thing of mine to change. Like, I like painting on people. It's really nice. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a really big fan of the show The Walking Dead, and they always have the coolest, like, zombie effects makeup, and I actually went to the Walker Stalker convention. It was pretty cool.
So did I. We probably saw each other there and didn't know it.
Love that show. So what started your interest in special effects?
I started when I was just a wee lad, watching movies. That's what got me into it. I watched Aliens, was the biggest, most influential one. I watched Alien, but Aliens really, when I saw the Queen, I was like, man, I gotta be an alien. I just need to be that. So trying to become a monster in a movie is what did it. When I saw the Skeksis in The Dark Crystal, I wanted to be a Skeksy. So watching movies as a kid is what got me
That's
into it.
awesome. I can imagine what a dream for you to go on season 5 of Face Off. I can imagine how awesome that was for you. Can you share one of your favorite memories from that show?
It was a total dream come true. I think the first challenge was it in a nutshell, just being there, being on the show, and being a part of that event. Face Off really opened a lot of doors for my career. So when we got the Fawn as our challenge, and Lainey and I got to team up and do this makeup, that's what the show's all about. So we had a great time doing that. That's probably my favorite part.
That's awesome. And finally, do you have any advice for our guests or for any wannabe special effects artists who are watching right now?
Sure. I mean, if you like The Walking Dead, you like any of the things Face Off, follow us on social media. Interact. Ask us questions. We're there. We interact and respond. Matt Winston replied to me from Stan Winston Studios, so I'm sure you guys have the same interaction. Just reach out to your heroes.
That's so awesome. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. Come back next time.
Thanks.
Welcome to Anarchist United. On this show, we will discuss anarchy. So, what do you two know about anarchy?
Absolutely nothing.
I know that anarchy is a type of government where there is none.
Yes, and the opposite would be totalitarianism. So, would you move over to anarchy, and why?
I'm pretty comfortable with my religion at the moment.
It's not a religion. It's a political stance.
Yes?
Masami?
I would not. Anarchy is chaos, and that is not something I would live with.
It is the freedom of the people, but if that is your choice, then that is your opinion. Do you think our government is at all anarchistic?
No. Maybe. Yeah. Is there a prize at the end of this?
No.
No.
Except for freedom, if you choose anarchy. So, Masami, do you think our government is at all anarchistic?
Well, depending on your standpoint, at the moment I would have to say we are more, a democracy.
And that is not at all anarchistic?
Of course not.
No. Order and stuff. Because there's like the whole like big guy in charge, president, and he says you do things and you follow it, and then it's not anarchy.
But doesn't a democracy represent the voice of the people?
I don't know.
I would imagine it does.
Yeah.
Do you think our government would improve with some anarchy?
It's
with the voice of the people being heard, could the laws and rules fit the people more and the authority less?
Sure, yeah. Totally.
Masami?
No comment, thank you.
What is anarchy as a whole to you then, now that you have this broader sense?
Well, at first I thought it was a seasoning for like pasta, but now I see it's something bigger, more like a cult-ish. So,
like I said, it's not a religious belief, it's a political stance.
Right. But it's still going to give me nightmares, like the pasta seasoning.
Interesting. Masami, what is anarchy to you?
Like I said before, it is chaos without rule or reign over the people. There can be no order.
Well, where have you seen this?
Ooh,
Do you have any proof?
I used to play Just Dance, and there was a song called Livin' the Viva Loca where they had the mask on.
Well, that's all the time we have today, folks. Thank you for watching Anarchy United.
Hello, everyone! My name is Sawyer Latham, and welcome to Are You Smarter Than a Kindergartner? Today we have two amazing guests here, which they are going to be tested to see if they are smarter than a kindergartner. First question. What has its head in the morning, then loses it, but then gains it once again in the night?
A pillow.
Yeah, pillow. Pillow talk
It's
me.
amazing. I've never had anyone get a question that quickly. All right, question 2. What are 2 things you can't eat for breakfast?
Lunch and dinner.
Wonderful. Question 3. What is the center of gravity? Question 4. What do you get when you multiply all the numbers of the telephone pad?
What? What?
What do you get when you multiply all the numbers of the telephone pad?
A telephone book.
Telephone pad. The numbers on the pad.
0. Yeah, I agree.
What happens when you throw a blue rock into the Red Sea?
Purple.
Wrong.
I'm sure that was gonna be right.
It sinks because it's a rock.
Okay.
Next question. What weighs more, a ton of feathers or a ton of bees?
They're both the same. They're both a ton.
Good. Good. See,
I know that one. I've heard it.
This is now usually is when I grade it, and I say that you aren't smarter.
I made 100 and I.
Close. You made a 90, which means I no longer have a job.
I'm sorry.
Which is not good for me because I, in fact, am only smarter than a kindergartner by 1 year. See, I've been in first grade for 17 years. And,
So he's 17 years old? That doesn't make sense. He's 17 years old, according to you. Stop.
Absolutely wonderful. Well, guys, thank you for joining in. We'll see you next time. Next time's never. Goodbye.
Thanks.
Hey everybody, welcome to Dr. Lil Steffi Steph here. Today we have a man who claims his wife is in love with their camel. We have them both here right now. So my first question is, how are you guys? Spill the juice. Tell me.
Well, you know, I was doing great until she showed up.
I didn't know that he would be here.
Sorry. But what made you guys realize that she was in love with, you know, your camel?
All right. You want the full true story? Here it is. Last night, I was in bed and I was expecting her to come. Sorry, I get teared up. And she wasn't in bed. And so then I came down and started looking for her to see if she was okay. And then I went in the barn and I saw her kissing the camel.
I was not kissing the camel.
Oh, you were too.
I had to feed the chickens before going to bed. I was checking on everyone, making sure that everyone was fine. I was petting the camel. You came from behind. I was not kissing a camel.
Wow. Well, okay. So what do you say about all of this, of him accusing you?
First of all, he's paranoid. His own insecurities are making our marriage very, very difficult. I have a very close relationship with our animals. And I like to talk to them every day. I like to eat my meals with them every day. And it's not my fault that he does not appreciate those relationships.
Oh, honey, it's more than just close.
Oh, wow. Well, ma'am, I have a very important question to ask you.
Yes.
Are you still in love with your husband?
I do love him. I do. But I'm sorry, Terrence, but this is just becoming too difficult for me. I think we need to separate.
Okay. It stings a little bit, but I'll be okay.
Well,
it's all right. I'll stay in the barn. You can have the house.
Oh yeah, you like that, wouldn't you?
Yes, it's very comforting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, ma'am, you say that you are not in love with the camel, but we have the test results back from the lie detector.
Yes.
Right.
Let's see it.
I took that yesterday. I was feeling fine, and I am not in love with the camel. We have a very important relationship. We're very, very close.
We'll see. We'll see.
That was a lie. She loves the camel.
I cannot believe you. You liar.
Well, thank you for watching. Tomorrow, you guys can tune in and you guys can see the wedding and also what the husband has to say about the wedding. Thank you. Goodbye.
Nashville School of the Arts, where creativity is celebrated.